Welcome to my Expat Stories. Tonight's story comes from Rowan, 34 years old, electrician from Seattle. He went to Medellin for 8 days, rented a ground floor Airbnb in Poblado. Quiet street, safe neighborhood. On his 4th night, he heard screaming, a woman running, banging on his door. Said her ex-boyfriend was chasing her with a knife. Said he was going to kill her. Begged Rowan to let her in, hide her, save her. Rowan opened the door. 30 seconds later, the boyfriend showed up, started threatening, started demanding money. And the woman, she played her part perfectly, right up until the end when Rowan saw them walking away together, laughing. Hit like and subscribe before we get into this. Trust me, you'll want to hear how convincing these two actors were. Here's Rowan. I'm an electrician. Commercial work mostly. Seattle's expensive, so the pay's good, but I'm always working. Always tired. Needed to get away. My buddy went to Medellin last year. Said it changed his life. Cheap, warm, beautiful. I figured why not. Booked 8 days in October. Found an Airbnb in Poblado. Ground floor apartment. Small building. 4 units total. Residential street. Trees. Quiet. Not the party area. Just normal people living normal lives. Perfect. First few days I did the tourist thing. Walked around El Poblado, went to Parqueyeras one night. Too loud, too crowded. Not my scene, I'm 34. I like quiet. Day 4 was Wednesday. I stayed in, cooked pasta in the little kitchen, watched a movie on my laptop, had a beer, just relaxed. That's what I came here for. Peace. Around 10 p.m. I heard something outside. Fast footsteps, running, then a scream. Female. Close. I got up. Walked to the window, looked out through the bars. Every ground floor window in Medellin has bars. Security thing. I saw her, woman, maybe late 20s, running down the street, looking back over her shoulder, scared, really scared. She stopped at my door, started banging, hard, desperate. Please, por favor, help me. I opened the door, just cracked it, kept the chain on. She was crying, mascara running, breathing hard. Hair a mess. Please let me in. He's coming. He has a knife. He's going to kill me. I said, who? Who's coming? My ex. He's drunk. He's crazy. Please, I just need to hide just for a minute. I looked past her. Down the street. Didn't see anyone. Just empty sidewalk, streetlights, parked cars. She grabbed the door, pulled on it. The chain stopped her. Please, he's coming, please. I heard footsteps. Heavy. Running, getting closer. I unhooked the chain. Opened the door. She rushed in. I closed it, locked it, chain back on. She ran to the corner, pressed herself against the wall, shaking, crying. I said, you're okay, you're safe. Do you want me to call the police? No police, he'll get worse. Just let me stay here until he's gone, please. The footsteps stopped, right outside my door. Then pounding, loud, aggressive. My door shook. A man's voice, yelling, in Spanish, then switching to English. Open this door, I know she's in there, open it now. The woman whimpered, slid down the wall, sat on the floor, hands over her ears. I stood there, frozen, not sure what to do. More pounding. Harder now. I saw her go in. You think I'm stupid? Open this door or I'll break it down. I walked closer to the door, said she's not here, you've got the wrong place. Liar, I saw her. Open this door, the woman whispered to me. Don't open it. Please. He has a knife. He'll hurt you. He'll hurt both of us. I said through the door, I'm calling the police. Call them. I don't care. She's my girlfriend. She's coming home with me. The woman shook her head. I'm not his girlfriend. We broke up. He won't accept it. He follows me. He threatens me. Please don't let him in. The pounding continued. My neighbours had to hear this. Someone would call the police. Right? The man yelled again. You want me to break this door? I will. I'll break it and come in there. Give her to me. I yelled back, you need to leave. I'm calling the police right now. He laughed. Not a friendly laugh. A drunk, angry laugh. Go ahead, call them. They won't come, not for this, not here, you're alone, and I'm not leaving without her. The woman stood up, walked over to me, grabbed my arm. Please, I have money, I'll pay you. Just get him to leave. Pay him. Tell him I'll give him money. He'll leave if you pay him. I said, what, pay him? Yes, he wants money. That's what this is about. I owe him money. If you give him money, he'll leave. I'll pay you back. I swear. I'll pay you back. I said, how much? I don't know, $200? $300? Whatever it takes, please. I'm scared. The pounding got louder. The door rattled. I thought it might actually break. Last chance. Open this door, I'm kicking it in. I walked to the door. Said through it, how much do you want? He stopped, pounding. Went quiet. Then said, what? I said she'll pay you. How much do you want? He laughed again. Smart guy, smart. Okay, she owes me 1 million pesos, $250. Give me that and I leave. She's yours, I don't care. 1 million pesos, $250. I could afford that. Get him to leave. Get her out of here. Done. I said, okay, I'll send it. Give me your account. No, cash. Go to the ATM, get cash, bring it out. I said, I'm not leaving. You'll break in. Then slide it under the door. I don't care, just get it. Now. I looked at the woman. She nodded. Please. I'll pay you back, I promise. I grabbed my wallet. Had maybe 60,000 pesos, $15. Not enough. I'd have to transfer money. Send it somehow. I said, I don't have that much cash here. Then go get it. I said, I can transfer it. Nequi, Bancolombia, whatever you use. He went quiet, thinking. Then said, okay, fine. Nequi, I'll give you my number. He gave me a phone number. I opened my Nequi app. Entered the number. Sent 1 million pesos. $250. Hit send. Took 30 seconds. My phone buzzed. Transaction complete. I said it's sent. Check your phone. I heard him checking. Heard him talking to himself in Spanish. Then silence. Then he said, okay. I got it. But she owes me more, interest, for making me chase her. Another million. Send it. I said, what? We agreed on 1 million. That was before, now it's 2. Send it or I'm still breaking this door. The woman grabbed my arm. Please, just send it. I'll pay you back. All of it, I promise. I said I don't have another million right now. My daily limit. Then use a different card. Different bank. Figure it out. I pulled out my US debit card. Opened my bank app. Transferred from my savings. Withdrew the maximum from Nequi. Another 1 million pesos. Sent it to him. I said there, 2 million. Done. Now leave. He checked. Said okay. Got it, she's all yours. Good luck with her. She's crazy. I heard footsteps walking away, getting quieter. Then gone. I stood there, listening. Waited 2 minutes. Nothing. Silence. I turned to the woman. Said, he's gone. You're safe now. She was sitting on the couch. Still crying. But softer now. Wiping her eyes. Thank you so much. You saved my life. I said it's okay, but you need to pay me back. $500, that's what I sent him. She nodded. I will, I promise. I don't have it right now. Can I send it tomorrow? I need to go to my bank. I said, okay. Tomorrow. Give me your WhatsApp. I'll message you. She gave me her number. I saved it. Sent her a message. Test message. She didn't pull out her phone to check. Just said she got it. She stood up. Walked to the door, said I should go. Before he comes back. Thank you again. I'll send you the money tomorrow. I said, wait. Where are you going? It's not safe. I'll stay with, a friend. Close by, I'll be fine. I unlocked the door, opened it, looked outside. Empty street. No one there. She walked out. Turned back. Smiled. You're a good person. Thank you. Then she walked away. Fast, almost running. Disappeared around the corner. I closed the door, locked it, stood there trying to process what just happened. $500. Gone. To some drunk ex-boyfriend with a knife. And a woman who promised to pay me back tomorrow. I sat on the couch, opened my banking app, looked at the transactions. 2 transfers, 1 million pesos each, $250 each, 500 total. My heart was still pounding. Adrenaline, fear, anger, all mixed together. I messaged her on WhatsApp, said, hey, just checking you got home safe. No response. Message showed delivered. Not read. I waited 10 minutes. Still nothing. I opened my door, looked outside. The street was quiet. Normal. Like nothing had happened. Then I saw something. Down the street, near the corner. 2 people. Walking together. Talking. Laughing. I walked closer, squinted. Tried to see better in the dark. It was them. Her and the ex-boyfriend. Walking side by side. She had her arm around him. They were laughing. Actually laughing. They turned the corner. Gone. I stood there, frozen. understanding what I'd just seen. It wasn't real, none of it. The running, the screaming, the knife, the ex, the fear, all fake, all theatre, all a setup. And I fell for it. Every bit of it. $500, gone, to 2 actors putting on a show. I ran, didn't think. Just ran, down the street, around the corner, after them. I saw them half a block ahead, still walking, still talking. She was on her phone. He had his arm around her shoulders, casual, like they were coming home from dinner. I yelled, hey, you two. They stopped, turned around, saw me running toward them. The woman's face changed, went from relaxed to panicked. In half a second, she said something to him. Fast Spanish. He looked at me. His expression went cold. I caught up to them, out of breath, angry. I said, you scammed me. Both of you. That whole thing was fake. The knife, the ex-boyfriend, all of it. The woman shook her head, started backing away. I don't know what you're talking about. You're scaring me. I said, don't even try that. I just saw you two, walking together, laughing. You're not scared of him. You're with him. The man stepped forward, got between me and her, said in English, you need to back off. Now. I said, you threatened me, made me pay you. $500. I want it back. He laughed. You gave me money. That was your choice. I didn't make you do anything. I said, you said you had a knife. You said you break down my door. Did you see a knife? Did I break your door? No, you paid because you wanted to. Now leave us alone before I call the police. I said, call them, please. Call them. I'll tell them exactly what you did. The woman pulled out her phone, started dialing, said, I'm calling them right now. You're harassing us. I said, go ahead. Call them. She put the phone to her ear, spoke in Spanish. Fast, sounded official, like she was really talking to police. Giving them the address, describing me. American. Tall, brown hair. Aggressive. She hung up, said they're coming. You should leave. I said, fine, let them come. I'll show them the transactions. The messages. Everything. The man said, you'll show them what? That you willingly sent money to me? That's not illegal. You're the one who followed us, who's yelling in the street, who looks crazy right now. He was right. I did look crazy. Standing there, out of breath, yelling at 2 people on a dark street. I heard a siren, distant, getting closer. The woman smiled. That's them, you should go, unless you want to explain to Colombian police why you're harassing us. The man stepped closer, lowered his voice, said, listen to me. You walk away right now. You go back to your apartment, you forget this happened. Or we tell the police you tried to attack us, that you're drunk, that you're violent. Who do you think they'll believe? 2 locals? Or 1 angry gringo who can't speak Spanish? I stood there. The siren got louder, closer. I could see lights now, a block away. I backed up, turned around, started walking, fast back toward my apartment. I heard them laughing behind me, heard the woman say something in Spanish, heard them both laugh harder. The police car passed me, didn't stop, kept going, turned a different street, wasn't even coming for us, just a coincidence. Or she never called them at all. I got back to my apartment, went inside, locked the door, sat on the couch, shaking, not from fear, from anger, from helplessness, from stupidity. I grabbed my phone, opened WhatsApp, messaged her. I know it was a scam, I saw you two together. Message delivered, not read. I waited 5 minutes, 10, still not read. I messaged again. Answer me, I'm reporting you to the police. Delivered, not read. I called her, straight to voicemail, not disconnected, just ignored. I tried the number I sent the money to. His Nequi number, disconnected. Number no longer in service. Already changed it. I opened my banking app, looked at the transactions. 2 million pesos, $500, sent to a phone number that no longer existed. To a person whose name I didn't know, who I couldn't find, who probably wasn't even from this neighbourhood. I thought about going to the police. Right now. Tonight. Filing a report. But what would I tell them? I let a stranger into my apartment. I sent money to stop someone from breaking down my door, except he never actually tried to break it down. Never showed me a knife. Never physically threatened me. Just yelled. Just made noise. And I paid him. Willingly. Sent the, money myself. From my phone. My account. No one forced me, no one held a gun to my head. I just did it because I was scared, because I wanted them gone, because I believed her. I sat there for an hour, just thinking, replaying everything, looking for the moment I should have known, the moment I should have said no, should have called the police, should have done anything different, but I couldn't find it. Every decision I made seemed reasonable at the time. Woman running scared, help her. Man threatening violence, pay him to leave. It all made sense, until it didn't. I looked up Medellin scams online, found an article, posted 3 months ago. Same exact scam. Woman running from ex-boyfriend. Man shows up, demands money. They leave together. Same script, same con. Different victims. Another article from 6 months ago. Same thing. Poblado neighborhood. Ground floor apartments. Tourists. Easy targets. The article said the scammers work in teams, 2 to 4 people. They scout neighborhoods, look for solo travelers. Ground floor units, no security. They wait until late. 10 or 11 p.m, then they perform. The running, the screaming, the threats. All choreographed. All practiced. All fake. Some victims pay $200. Some pay $500. Some pay $1,000. Depends how scared they get, how much they have, how desperate they are to make it stop. The article said police rarely catch them. They use burner phones, fake names, change locations constantly. By the time someone reports it, they're gone, working a different neighborhood, different city, different country. One article quoted a police officer. He said the best thing to do is not open your door. Ever. For anyone. Even if they seem in danger. Even if they're crying. Even if they're begging. Call the police. Let them handle it. Because if you open that door, you become part of the scam. You become the mark. I should have read that article 4 hours ago. Before I opened my door. Before I let her in. Before I believed her. I checked my bank account again. $500 gone. Not coming back. I knew that. Accepted it. Not happy about it. But accepted. What bothered me more was how good they were, how believable. She was terrified. Actually shaking. Actually crying. Her voice broke when she talked. Her hands trembled when she grabbed my arm and him. He sounded drunk. Angry. Violent. The pounding on the door wasn't gentle. It was aggressive. Loud. Made me think he really would break it down. If I hadn't seen them walking together, I'd still believe her. I'd still think I saved her. I'd still think I was the hero. But I wasn't the hero. I was the mark. The sucker. The guy who fell for the oldest trick in the book. Damsel in distress. Knight in shining armour. Except the damsel was a pro, and the knight was an idiot. I looked at the time. 1 a.m, too late to do anything. Too early to sleep. I just sat there, staring at my phone, at the banking app, at the $500 that used to be there. Around 2 a.m, I heard footsteps outside again. Running. Then a scream. Female. Different voice. Different woman. I walked to the window, looked out. Woman was running down the street, looking back, scared. She stopped at the building next to mine, started banging on a door. Please help me, he's coming. I heard a door open, heard voices, English and Spanish. Heard someone let her in. 30 seconds later, a man appeared, running, yelling, banging on the same door. Open up, she's mine, let her out. I watched, couldn't look away, couldn't believe it. They were doing it again, same scam, same script, different victim, right next to me. Same night. I grabbed my phone, called the police. Or tried to, realised I didn't know the number. Googled it. 123. Emergency line. Dialed. Operator answered. Spanish. Fast Spanish. I tried to explain. In English. Tourist scam. Happening right now. Next building over. She asked me questions. Slow Spanish. I didn't understand. She switched to English. Asked for the address. I gave her mine. She said she'd send someone. I waited. Kept watching. The man kept yelling. Kept pounding. Then he stopped. Quiet. Probably negotiating. Probably getting paid. 10 minutes later, they walked out together. The woman and the man, arm in arm, laughing. Just like before. They walked past my window. Didn't even look. Just walked by like they owned the street. 5 minutes after that, a police car showed up. Lights on. No siren. 2 officers got out. Knocked on my neighbour's door. I went outside. Walked over. Tried to explain. In broken Spanish. The officers looked confused. Asked where the emergency was. I pointed down the street. Said the people left. The scam. They already did it. One officer asked my neighbour what happened. My neighbour looked embarrassed. Said nothing happened. Just a misunderstanding. Everything's fine. The officer looked at me. Said if there's no victim, there's no crime. Asked if I was the victim. I said no. Different scam. Earlier. But the same people. He said, do you have proof? Photos, video? I said no. Just what? I saw. He said, then there's nothing we can do. Told me to go back inside. Said if it happens again, call immediately. Don't wait. They left. My neighbour went back inside. Didn't say anything to me. Probably embarrassed. Probably just lost money. Probably feeling exactly how I felt. I went back to my apartment. Locked the door, put a chair against it. Wedged it under the handle. Not that it would stop anyone. But it made me feel better. I didn't sleep that night. Just sat there. Listening. Waiting for more footsteps. More screaming. More of their show. It didn't come. At least not on my street. Maybe they moved. Maybe they hit their quota. Maybe they were done for the night. But somewhere in Medellin, someone else was probably opening their door, probably letting her in, probably sending him money, probably believing every word. And tomorrow they'd wake up feeling exactly how I felt. Stupid. Angry. Broke. Welcome to Medellin. I left Medellin 2 days later. Cut my trip short. Couldn't stay in that apartment anymore. Every noise made me jump. Every footstep outside made me tense. Couldn't do it. I booked a hotel for one night, close to the airport. Spent $200. Didn't care, just needed to feel safe. Needed walls that weren't ground floor. Needed a front desk, needed people around. Before I left the Airbnb, I checked the building's security camera. The one in the lobby, pointed at the front door. Small camera, mounted in the corner. I'd seen it when I moved in, figured it recorded something. I asked the building manager if I could see the footage. Told him what happened. The scam. The 2 people. He looked at me like I was crazy. Said the camera doesn't work. Hasn't worked in 2 years, just for show. Makes people feel safer. Great. No footage, no proof. Nothing. I asked if anyone else in the building got scammed recently. He said no. Not that he knows of. But people don't usually report these things. Too embarrassed. Too complicated. Just leave and never come back. That's what I was doing. Leaving. Never coming back. At the hotel, I tried calling my bank. US bank. Explained what happened. Extortion. Threat of violence. Colombia. They asked if I authorised the transfers. I said yes, but under duress. They said duress means a gun to your head. Threat of immediate physical harm. I said he said he'd break down my door. They said, did he actually try to break it? I said no. They said then it's not duress, it's a bad decision. Nothing they can do. I asked about fraud protection. They said fraud is unauthorised access. Someone stealing your card. Using your account without permission. This wasn't that. This was me. Sending money. Voluntarily. From my account. My phone. Bad decision. Not fraud. Case closed. I tried Niqui. Colombian app. Sent them a message. Explained the scam. Asked if they could reverse the transactions. They replied 2 days later, after I was already home. Said, transactions are final. Can't be reversed. Contact the recipient directly, or file a police report. That's it. I didn't file a police report in Colombia. What was the point? I'd read the articles, talked to my neighbour, talked to the building manager. Everyone said the same thing. Police won't do anything. No names, no proof, no evidence. Just your word against no one, because the scammers are gone. And even if police did care, they wouldn't find them. Burner phones. Fake accounts. They probably weren't even from Medellin. Probably travelling. Bogota 1 week. Cali the next. Cartagena after that. Hitting tourists in every city. Making thousands. Tens of thousands. Then disappearing. I flew home the next day. Landed in Seattle on a Saturday. My roommate picked me up. Asked how the trip was. I said, fine, good. He said, you're back early. I said work stuff came up. Needed to get back. He believed me. I didn't tell him what happened. Didn't tell anyone. Too embarrassing. Too stupid. My buddy who recommended Medellin asked how it was. I said, great. beautiful city. Would I go back? Probably not. Too touristy. He said, really? I loved it. I said, different strokes. I went back to work Monday, same job, same routine. Co-worker asked about my trip. I said it was nice, relaxing. She said I didn't look relaxed. I said jet lag. She let it go. But she was right. I wasn't relaxed. I was angry. At them, at myself, at the situation, at everything. $500 isn't life-changing money. I make that in 3 days. I'll be fine financially. It's not about the money. It's about the feeling, the helplessness, the realization that I got played, that every decision I made was exactly what they wanted me to make. Open the door, let her in, send money, do it again, walk away. All of it. Choreographed, predicted, executed perfectly. And I fell for every beat, every moment, every lie. I kept thinking about the moment I saw them walking together, laughing. That image is burned into my brain. The casual way they walked, the way she had her arm around him, the way they laughed about it, about me, about how easy it was. I wondered how many people they'd done it to that week, that month, that year. The article said these scams have been happening for years. Same neighbourhoods, same victims, same script, just different faces. I wondered if they were the same team from the articles, or different people using the same playbook. Does it matter? Probably not. The result's the same. Tourists lose money, scammers get away with it. Repeat. I thought about my neighbour, the one they hit right after me. Wonder how much he paid. Wonder if he reported it. Wonder if he felt as stupid as I did. I thought about warning other people, posting about it online, Reddit, travel forums, Facebook groups. But what would I say? Don't open your door for strangers. Everyone already knows that. I knew that. I did it anyway. It feels real. She was scared. Actually scared. I could see it in her face, hear it in her voice, feel it in the way she shook. That's what makes it work. It's not some guy in a dark alley saying, give me your money. It's a terrified woman begging you to save her life. And you want to save her. You want to be the good guy, the hero, the one who helps. And they know that. They count on it. They use it against you. I looked up acting classes in Medellin out of curiosity. Wondered if that's where they learned. If they practiced this, rehearsed it, got feedback, made it better. Found a few theatre schools, a few drama programs. Couldn't tell if they were connected. Probably not. This isn't some organised operation. It's just people who figured out what works, who found a system, who perfected it, who made it a business. I checked my bank account obsessively for weeks after, looking for more charges, more missing money. Nothing. They got what they wanted and moved on. No reason to come back. No reason to push it. I changed all my passwords anyway. Added two-factor authentication to everything. Put alerts on my accounts. Not because I thought they'd come back. Just because it made me feel like I had control. Like I was protecting myself. Even though the damage was already done. My roommate noticed I wasn't going out anymore. Asked if I was okay. I said, yeah, fine. Just busy with work. He said, you've been busy with work for 3 weeks. What's really going on? I said nothing. He dropped it. But he was right. I wasn't going out, wasn't dating, wasn't doing anything social. Just work and home. Home and work. Safe. Predictable. Boring. I used to help people. Someone needed directions, I'd stop and help. Someone needed a jump start. I'd grab my cables. Someone looked lost, I'd ask if they needed help. Not anymore. Now I keep walking. Keep driving. Keep my head down, not my problem. I know that makes me worse. But I don't care, I'd rather be worse and safe than helpful. And broke. A month after I got back, I saw a news article. Medellin, police arrested 2 people. Man and woman. Running an extortion scam. Posing as ex-boyfriend and girlfriend. Terrorising tourists. Getting them to pay. Arrested in Laurelise. Different neighbourhood from mine, but same city. Same scam. I read the whole article. Looked at the photos, wasn't them. Different faces. Different people. But same con. Same script. Word for word. The article said they'd made over $20,000 in 2 months. 40 victims. Average of $500 each. Some paid more. Some paid less. All of them too embarrassed to report it. Until one finally did. One German tourist who followed them. Got photos, got proof. Went to police with evidence, that's what it took. Evidence. Proof. Photos. Not just a story. I didn't have that. I just had my story. And my story wasn't enough. The article said the 2 arrested were released 3 days later. Insufficient evidence. The German tourists' photos were too blurry. Couldn't definitively identify them. Lawyer argued it could be anyone. Judge agreed. Case dismissed. They walked. I closed the article, deleted the bookmark. What's the point? Even when they get caught, they don't stay caught. System's broken. Or working exactly as intended. Depends on your perspective. $500, 4 days in Medellin. One night I'll never forget. 30 seconds of bad judgment that cost me everything. Not everything. $500. But it feels like everything. Feels like more than money. Feels like trust. Like belief in people. Like faith that doing the right thing matters. It doesn't. At least not in that moment. In that moment, being smart matters. Being suspicious matters. Being cold matters. And I wasn't any of those things. I was helpful, trusting, good. And they knew it, saw it, used it, walked away, laughing. I still work the same job, still live in Seattle, still go through the motions. But something changed. Something's gone. That part of me that wanted to help. That believed people were mostly good. That thought saving someone mattered. That part's dead. Died on a street corner in Medellin, watching 2 people walk away with my money. Watching them laugh about how easy it was. How stupid I was. How perfect their show was. Maybe it'll come back. Maybe one day I'll help someone again. Open a door, offer assistance. Be that person. But not today. Not tomorrow. Not for a long time. Today I just keep my head down. Mind my business. Protect what's mine. Because the moment you stop doing that is the moment someone takes it. All of it. And walks away smiling. That's what I learned in Medellin. That's what $500 bought me. A lesson I didn't want. A memory I'll carry forever. Don't open the door. For anyone. Even if they're crying. Even if they're begging. That's Rowan's story. Sometimes the people who need help are the ones you need help from. This is my Expat Stories. See you next time.